such an asshole.
Boy, the world's lucky to have me because I know everything about everything. God damn it. We have requests. If you have a request, hassleconsulting.com. Today is $100 minimum super chat day today because Cappy was on vacation. We're playing catch up. Do not send super chats unless they are $100 or more, and save them for later because I will be back unless I'm dead. If we're late, it's because we're dead. Here's a request. Hey, Aaron, my name is James. I'm a CPA/software developer in Canada, let's just say. I've contacted you once many moons ago for an original or two. I have a request and would like to know how much it will cost, please. You have some courses on Teachable. I'm currently writing a course and would like some advice on how Teachable works. Specifically, the following questions. 1, you seem to schedule your courses and not run them consistently. Why is that? What advantage does it give you? It gives me the advantage of marketing it multiple times. If it's just open, it's open. Say, hey, now it's open for enrollment. Nope, now it's closed. There's also an element of sincerity. The only one that I limit the enrollment to, which I don't do anymore because it's been out for a while, so I lowered the price, is these classes, just so you know, another thing, a fascinating world of online courses. So few people finish the course. So few. Mike Sartain was telling me about this because he has courses. I think it's like 18% of people finish the course. And the minimalism course, for a while, I was charging $500 with the tax for that course. Like, no, I think I want you to take it seriously. Also, it's kind of like an anti-marketing where, no, you don't get this all the time. This is a special treat. I'm not just putting it out there for you to, oh, hey, oh my God, I forgot my login. It's, I mean, a third, fourth, fifth reason is the higher the price, the more serious and likely the more intelligent the person's going to be. Not always, but even if they're dumb, like, well, this is $500. This is serious. So they're going to make sure they have their shit together. They're not going to fuck around. And even to this day, I've had 2 people, they inspired me to create the How to Stop Being Lazy course. I had 2 guys drop around $500 a piece on the minimalism course, and they were too lazy to take it that it expired. Like, you had 45 days to take this course. Hey, I signed up for it, but I didn't take it. Like, how do you spend $500 on something and not take it? If it's $20, no one takes it seriously. You get a bunch of, I can't get my username and login. I didn't like it. You get rid of a lot of Karens. So that's one reason I have it limited in a high price. What if it? So those are the advantages that it does. It depends on the type of your course. Like I said, most of them are open enrollment, but they're not cheap. I think the cheapest one is How to Stop Being Lazy, and it's $50 because it's only an hour. And I broke it out from the Dad You Never Had course because I'm like, okay, if you're going to be lazy, I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to, the chapter is how not to be lazy. So I just broke it out. I took the exact same video. I'm like, yeah, here's a separate whole course, $50, please. So there's that. 2, I'm sorry I haven't taken any of your courses. Do you do tests and or certificates on completion? If so, how difficult is that to implement? Not difficult at all. I don't, but you can set that up through Teachable. You can have some kind of like certification if you'd like. I haven't done it, so I don't know what you do. I mean, do you need some nice calligraphy and some nice embroidery around the perimeter? You want to print it off? Here you go. Reminds me of the university over on the Yakuza games where you get all these dumbass certifications. This is a fun game. So it's not difficult at all. So if you'd like to, you could absolutely do that. Do you have recommendations about which tier of membership you have for your account? Why or why not? I forget the name of the tier. I think it's one of the more luxury tiers because they do all the bookkeeping and they present me a 1099 or whatever the equivalent is in Canada. I pay, it's not cheap, and the price did go up. I think it's $200 a month. and then they take a small percentage or cut, like a 5 or maybe 10% cut. So I get the one where I do the least amount of work. And in general, those services are worth it. No, I don't want to do my own payroll. You do it. No, I don't want to like create my own 1099. You do it. You're a CPA, you got shit going on. Pay for the service that you don't have to do any more accounting, unless you like that shit. I'd also appreciate any pointers you have about how to operate a Teachable course, how to navigate their system, things to watch for, etc. Obviously, pay for your time. Let me know how much. All right, so let's just let me pull up. Okay, so I just want to go to my page so I can be reminded of things. First, I'm not all that big of a fan of Teachable. They have been recently bought out by a Brazilian company, I believe, and they're fucking with shit. I don't know if they're private equity, but they might as well effectively be private equity because the first thing they did is they just jacked up the price. A lot of people have been using Teachable as a platform. They know they got you because it's not a tremendous pain in the ass, but it's kind of a pain in the ass. It's work to upload the advertising images and to upload your video and to upload the PowerPoint, come up with the course description and everything else. It won't be that hard to port it somewhere else. I can just copy and paste and have the original files. By the way, if you do a course, always save your original files. So, because surprise, I knew by the time I set up Teachable, which is like maybe the 6th year now I've done it, I know there's corporate fuckery. It's still a functional site. They changed the nice view from turquoise and black and white to black, white, and this ugly yellow. And I'm afraid the new owners are just going to fuck with it. So I have no allegiance. I have no loyalty to Teachable. One thing, Donovan Sharp, he's the one that put me on to Teachable. He switched to Kajabi because his courses were too risque. And what I found is that it's you're going to do most of your own selling, so the platform ultimately doesn't matter. There is no one platform for courses, so it might as well be Kajabi. All the other ones, I did do a research, like, okay, if Teachable keeps increasing the prices, where else can I go? There's different platforms with pros and cons. Some people like Kajabi. Some are just dog shit too, though. But so far, my relationship with Teachable has been pretty darn good. I like it. It used to be a little more difficult and counterintuitive how to set up the sales page and all that. That takes a little getting used to, but once you go through it, you're like, oh yeah, I understand this. The pricing they made more intuitive, so there has been some improvements. But if you could set up a dating profile, you could set up a Teachable course. And so far it's not too, unless a new platform that came out, it's a pretty good deal so far. But this, hey, you know what? I gotta be curious who bought them out. By the way, no super chats under $100. I won't be answering them. Hotmart, Brazil-based global platform for online courses, acquired Teachable in 2020. Oh, they have. Okay, so then the changes came later. Okay, so hopefully Hotmart, being a online course company, they leave it the fuck alone. Or if they do, they make it better by making it simpler. But I would absolutely have backup files that if Teachable starts fucking with you, you can go somewhere else. What else? For whatever reason on Linux, the images are not popping up. That's odd. There's some, if you go to the website and you see your school, they only show the top 2 courses. They don't show all of them. Teachable allows you to have multiple courses. So once you set it up, you might want to think about having other courses. I think that's good. Setting up and creating the course is pretty easy. PowerPoint presentation, uploading audio, visual files, very easy. Video files as well. What was the other stuff? Billing pretty straightforward. There's not a lot to critique or let you know about Teachable. When it comes to advertising, that's where you're probably because you're not an influencer like me, so you don't have your own built-in audience. So you would probably want to pay people to promote your course, whether that's Brian Kim, if he even takes ads, Chad Elkins. I'm going to assume it's along the lines of accounting. So there is a marketing component to it. And the best thing I found is to pay an influencer to take your course and review it. Or if they say, I don't have time to take the course, I'll just promote it anyway, have them shill the course. That's fine. Go through your questions. Tier membership. You'll want to try your best to find copyright-free images instead of go through Shutterstock. You want to choose the right images. Images are very key. If you go look at the world's greatest accounting career, you'll see a guy who's got kisses all over his face. I paid for that image. And there's a girl in it, accounting career, we'll do this, we'll do this. It says, will not get you laid, kind of funny stuff like that. But yeah, that's about it. More importantly would be your recording studio and your recording quality. If you have no experience with recording video, I would get yourself the appropriate gear. I use a Logitech Brio. It's pretty good. I have a Shure 7 SHURE microphone. I get the USB jack, not the audio jack. There's a difference. And you are going to want to have kind of a nice backdrop when you do your recording. Now, you can record it however you want. You can record it using a video recorder if you'd like. What I found is the best is to have a YouTube channel, because most people think a StreamYard channel with a YouTube backing it up. So you get a YouTube channel, but you can't live stream with YouTube. So you need StreamYard to do it, which requires a subscription. If there's a way for you to somehow record, I'm going to assume you're using PowerPoint. If you look at my videos, it's very simple. There's me in the background. I shrink my face down to the corner, and then there's the PowerPoint so everyone could see it. I already have a YouTube channel. I already have a StreamYard account. With these subscriptions already, I can record a YouTube video in private, share the screen, shrink myself down there, record it, have it, download the MP4 from YouTube. Now I have an MP4 file I can upload. It also serves as a backup so that when I record all my videos on YouTube, there's a backup. Now they're private videos, no one sees them, but there's another backup I got. Now you don't have to use YouTube. You can use whatever you want, but however you get to where you got a PowerPoint and people can see the screens, because people don't really care about your face that much. That's something you're going to want to do. And then you're going to also want to get sound paneling, which you don't see because it's behind the microphone. You're going to want to put in good quality. So test your audio visual, get it down to the recording and all that. So you film it once and you're not uploading again because your audio is tinny. So definitely practice that. What was the other thing I was going to say? I'd use Open Editor. That's a pretty good video editing software. You record, gotta get the audio. Pricing, I do it based on the hour. How many hours? How long is it? You are going to want to upload. They allow you to have like downloadable files. Like you can download the PowerPoint presentation if you want, so people can go along and follow it if they desire. But yeah, there's not much else to it than that. Tier membership. You can do certifications if you want. There's other variables where you could provide discounts. That's where, I think I gave Blake over at Terrence Pop's channel. So I ran an ad over on Terrence Pop's channel, and the discount code was Blake has stinky feet. You got 10% off or something like that. So you can do those kind of things. You can have free ones where you get 100% discount. So you could give it to influencers for free. It's very robust and versatile. It's a pretty darn good platform. But if you got a CPA, it's not anything you couldn't figure out. I'm just trying to think of the recording and the actual production. Oh, rehearse. You're going to want to rehearse if you're not experienced in public speaking. What I do is I do one chapter at a time, going through the power. I outline my book, I outline my course, then I outline the chapters. I put together bullet points, and then I'll rehearse one chapter, and I'll do a live recording, and then I usually do it in one take, and that's fine because it's natural. You're going to go, all right, let's take a look here. And as long as you stay on topic and don't go too much on a tangent, I would not. Perfect is the enemy of good is definitely your enemy when you're recording video for a chapter. So just go over your content when you're delivering the recording for chapter 1. Normal, just like here it is. Use the PowerPoint because it's going to be right in front of your face. If you want to go through the bullet points, read the bullet points. That's perfectly fine. That's what most people do with PowerPoint anyway. Most people don't notice that. But go and practice it 2 or 3 times. Then don't practice anymore. And then just say what you wanted to say about that particular chapter. And then you do the next chapter. Rehearse 3 or 4 times. Then just, unless you really screw it up. Schedule courses. Yeah. Yeah, and then if you have like a flagship course, then I would maybe consider having limited enrollment. But you'd have to do a lot of advertising to build the demand for that first. And I would not underprice your course. Do not underprice your course. Or I'm going to get a lot of people to sign up for it. They won't. And those, if they pay $20, they're not going to sign up. They're not going to take the course. They'll sign up for it. They'll pay for it, but they won't take it. It's got to be, I'd say almost, unless it's a very, very short course, it's got to be at least $100. And then however much longer it goes after that, yeah, definitely. Mine are in the range of 100 to 250. Yeah, that's about it. I got nothing else. I will show it, but I will not read it. Hey, I could pick on Alex in High Plains. Your bestie was in the chat room before. He was crying. He didn't know where Alex was. Oh, there he is. Hang on. Where'd he go? I saw you. Where'd you go? There he is. See, he's happy. They're happy now. They're like 2 neighborhood dogs that finally get to go play together. All right. See you guys later. Toodles.